Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we will be doing a 24-hour readathon. Not in a normal sense or usual sense, I guess, but it's more we're gonna put on a timer on our phones and we're gonna try and read 24 hours. I hope to be done in this challenge in the next few days, and I have a stack of books in front of me here that I would love to read in the next few days. Let me go through the TBR. This is very ambitious. I don't think we will get all of this done, but I have options. If I want to change genre, I definitely could. But let's start with the book that I am currently reading. I'm currently reading Foxglove by Adeline Grace. I am on page 86 or chapter 10. It is so interesting so far. I also have the audiobook for this, so definitely I could do more stuff instead of just reading. But yeah, I'm really excited for Foxglove because so far it is really interesting, and so far it is very cozy, very atmospheric, because it's like leaning towards murder mystery a little bit. And we have two POVs, which is our main character from Belladonna, Signa, and then one more, but I cannot say because it might be a spoiler for Belladonna, but there's two POVs. So yeah, that is Foxglove, super interesting, and I definitely will start with this book, and hopefully I get to finish it quick, because the rest of the books that I have over here I'm so excited about. The theme of this like a readathon is atmospheric, cozy, chill kind of books. Also, it is the morning. It is not that early. I think it's around 8:30 maybe. And I know it looks pretty dark because it is a gloomy, rainy day, which is so perfect for a readathon. So I am definitely super excited to get into it. So, the second book that I have on my very ambitious TBR is A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. Have seen this cover so many times in the bookstores, and I thought, you know what? I think this will be up my alley. It's probably gonna be enemies to lovers kind of trope, and if there's one thing I love, it's enemies to lovers. The next one that I have is the second book in the Graves Glen series. I think it's called, or the XX series. It is The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling. I have loved the first and the third book in this series, and obviously now it's time to read the second book. I know the second book is somehow so short compared to the others. It is, 306 pages long. So I'm really excited to get into this as well. I know the thing is with this, it could be very repetitive because it's like a witch falling in love. So we shall see how I feel about reading about this kind of genre, I guess. And then I have, for like, I don't know, a little bit of a palate cleanser, I guess, I have a graphic novel over here. I have Garlic and the Vampire by Bree Paulson. I have read this, I think, 2 years ago or last year, and I thought it's finally time to do a reread. I wanted to read both because I have both. I think she only has Garlic and the Vampire and Garlic and the Witch, and I thought, you know what? I cannot read both graphic novels in one go, so I thought I'll be reading Garlic and the Vampire. But I also have other books that could be good for a potential genre change. But let's go through my initial TBR. And then the next one I have is Rewitch by Lucy Jane Wood. Just look at the cover. It's so cozy. It's so gloomy and dark outside. It's so perfect. It started to rain a couple of minutes ago, so it's even better. Honestly. Right now on my Kindle though, I have Glow. This could be a potential genre change. I'm in the middle of this book, but are not in the mood. I am not in the mood to finish this book at the very moment. So if I decide, you know what, cozy fantasy, I'm done, witchy kind of book, I don't want to read anymore, then I could pick up, I don't think this is a high fantasy, this is definitely like more of a romantasy. So yeah, we could read that. But yeah, I think I definitely want to start with Foxglove, because I have the audiobook for it. I need to do a little bit of tidying up around the place, and I thought, what a better way to start the day, to just like clean the place a little bit while listening to Belladonna in a very gloomy setting. Let's go ahead and start the readathon. Oh my gosh, I just finished Fox Glove. I kind of want to pick up Wisteria. I have the audiobook for it, and I could go out to the bookstore and buy Wisteria right now, but I don't think I need to necessarily read it physically. I can also listen to it, but it was so good. Okay, if you don't want any, wait, let me fix you guys. If you guys don't want any spoiler, please skip ahead. I'll put a timestamp, okay? Because I will talk full on spoiler about this book because I just need to talk to you guys about this, okay? Okay. You've been warned. So, at first, honestly, I was so into the idea of Signa and death. I don't know. Yeah, okay. First book, I was so into the idea of Signa and death. And then Fate comes, and I was like, ooh, enemies to lovers moment. This is the actual MMC, and this is the actual love interest. Obviously, no. The ending. The fact that Blythe is life, and it's not Signa, and Signa is actually just a reaper. I am so mind blown by the story. The thing is, whenever I don't know. I feel like there are some hints that death is like, we just didn't see a lot of death in this book. And I thought, oh, it's because we will be with fate. And obviously, we're not with fate because now Blythe is with fate. And Blythe made a blood oath with fate. And the fact that we found out that Blythe is life, and then the third book will be so epic. I kind of want to abandon my TBR and pick up Wisteria right now. Oh my gosh. How I cannot believe that this is where it goes. And the fact that, okay, I did not expect. So there's this murder mystery, right? Because Lord Wakefield was killed and we are looking for the murderer. I just didn't care that we figured it out. I care more about Blythe and fate. I just want to see what happens in Wisteria. Oh my god. So I think I will pick up Wisteria now. Even though I have a full on TBR, I will get to it. Okay, guys. I'm only 5 hours and 12 minutes into the readathon. So I think definitely I would have time to read the other books. Even though I didn't expect that it would go this way, I'm glad that it went this way. Let's just say it like that. I will pick up Wisteria right now, I think. I think you guys saw I also organized / redecorate my computer desk area with more fall prints. I got these wall prints from Etsy. It's like a bundle kind of thing, and there's like hundreds and thousands of fall prints. So I just chose like a couple of those and put it in my desk area and also behind my reading chair / rocking chair. So yeah, it was oh my gosh, I'm still reeling from the end of Foxglove. It was so good. I didn't expect it to be that. Anyway, I'm gonna go start with Wisteria soon. And also another thing, I have agreed with my friends that we would go on a 5K run this evening at 6. It is now 4 p.m. I have quite a bit of time before I do have to go running. But I think in the next 1.5 hours, I'm just gonna be sitting down reading Wisteria, I think, on my Kindle. I think I'm just gonna download it on the Kindle. I'm gonna read because I want to read. I want to stop listening for a sec. Okay, I'm gonna start reading right now. Okay, can I film real quick? Wait, let me put it here. Okay. Will you stop moving around for a sec? Oh yeah, sure, you can move around. So, as you guys could see from the clips, we went on a run and we got lost. And then after we got lost, we got rained on and it was drizzling like there's no other. It was dark, it was scary. I don't think I filmed any bits whenever it was scary. It's definitely like a horror movie kind of vibe. It's also like it feels Halloweeny there because it was so scary, but either way, we made it back. I know I said that I was gonna run for like an hour. We ended up running, walking, talking, hanging out, whatever, and so on. And now can you guys see? It's 9. and I'm still at 6 hours. Obviously, I am trying my best to finish the readathon tomorrow, which probably does not make sense. But technically, I still have 3 hours to be awake and listen/read. I think I want to read though for the rest of the evening because I'm just in the mood to cozy up. I'm still in my sweaty clothes. We ran for 8 kilometers and we walked for 2 kilometers. So we did like 10K today, which is quite a bit. I am right now on 6 hour 23 minutes, and I hope by the time I go to bed, I will update you again. But I think right now I'm just gonna relax and shower, and then we can get on with a reading. Good morning, everyone. I look so rough today in the morning because I slept so late last night reading Wisteria and ended up finishing Wisteria last night. I think these are my timer. 9 hours and 24 minutes. So we have quite a bit of reading today because I definitely want to try and finish this 24-hour readathon in 3 days max. But today I do have quite a bit of things to do, so we shall see. I want to donate some books, I want to sell some books, I want to return some books, and then I want to go to the bookstore just to check it out, I guess. But all this, and I don't have an audiobook, so that's a problem. But obviously, before we go ahead and do all that, we're gonna sit down and read. But before that as well, I'm gonna go get ready with you guys whilst I'm talking about Wisteria. I'm gonna look here because this is where my mirror is, but honestly, I don't know if I have a lot of things to tell you about Wisteria because first of all, it's the 3rd book, and I think even like mentioning the main character's name is already a major spoiler, so I don't know what I can say. All that I can say is that this one was not necessarily slow burn, but it felt like slow burn. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this spoiler filled. So if you guys have not read Wisteria, please click ahead. Again, as usual, I will have timestamps, and yeah. So you have been warned. Skip ahead if you have not read Wisteria. So the thing is, what makes me want to read this book so fast last night was because, like, obviously at the end of Belladonna we found out that Blythe is life, right? But Blythe or Eris, they don't know like that Blythe is life. So it was stressing me out because obviously the fact that Eris was so, I guess, adamant about having Signa and not being able to have her, it broke his heart. But in the beginning it was pretty slow. Not pretty slow because of my determination to know exactly when it will get revealed. And then I think I tabbed it somewhere here, or I highlighted it here, and I think it was like maybe halfway into the book, and I was like, oof, finally. And of course, once she found out, she didn't even want to tell Eris because she's dying again. It was honestly so heartbreaking to see her dying. Let me just read one of the passage, okay? I'm so distracted, I'm not even getting ready, but as I wait for my Kindle to load. Okay, I'm really not good with talking and putting on stuff at the same time, but okay, let's look it up. This is what Blythe said. "I want it to be peaceful this time," she whispered. "I want you to lay me on a bed of wisteria or send me away in a river of stars as you should have done before. I will. His fingers curled around her. I promise that I will. And then, ever now you are a thorn in my side, swipe briar. Let me restart. Even now you are a thorn in my side, sweet briar, he whispered, smoothing her hair away from her clammy skin. I don't know how you expect me to exist without you again. So you know the truth, she whispered with a laugh so bittersweet that Eris felt his heart shatter. I had hoped you wouldn't figure it out. I know, he admitted, but I loved you even before I did. Guys, honestly, the romance is epic. I thoroughly loved it. I don't know how much I would rate the book. I would say, I don't know if it's higher than Foxglove. Also, another thing, Eris feels like Jax from Once Upon a Broken Heart series because of, I feel like, his magic, but not that Jax had that magic, but somehow it felt like it. But yeah, anyway, that's Wisteria. I still have to ponder in what I think about the rating is, but I thought today, as a change of scenery, because I only read in the same spot, really, at my place, which is that rocking chair, and I know all the clips have been from there. So I thought, you know what, maybe today I will read somewhere else. I think I am going to go to the library to read after I do all my errands. So I need to pick an audiobook. But the plan is bookstore, library, return some books, sell some books, list some books on Vinted. So listing some books on Vinted I think I will do last at night, but I am excited. But yeah, that is the plan of the day. I'm gonna continue getting ready in peace because clearly I cannot get ready while talking. It's gonna be a long vlog, guys. So we shall reconvene and then you will probably see what I'm gonna do today. everybody. It is currently 7:30. I know I didn't read that much today because I had so many things going on. I am currently 13 hours in, more or less. And I have just finished The Kiss Curse by Aaron Sterling. I will tell you the verdict about what I think. I think in a little bit. I don't want to make this update too long. The thing is, I was thinking whether I want another cozy book or a more like stress inducing book or like more action packed. And I was thinking I was gonna pick up Mistress of Lies, but I think before that I'm gonna take a little break and I want to read a graphic novel to just get me not out of a slump, because I'm not in a slump. I'm still so excited to read, but I don't want to exhaust myself and get too much too fast, so to say. So I decided I will pick up this graphic novel that I found. I borrowed it from the library. It's called the Tea Dragon series. I think I borrowed all three. It was the Tea Dragon Society, Tea Dragon Festival, and the Tea Dragon Tapestry. So we shall see. I'm gonna read the Tea Dragon Society and see if I like it. If I like it, I would probably want to continue to the second and third book, and we shall see. But I think as if for now, those three books would be the plan. And then I might want to see if I want to read Rewitched or Mistress of Lies or any other books. Let's go read because I'm actually so excited. If you guys could see, the cover is so cute. Look, this is the Tea Dragon Tapestry. I'm sorry, I'm holding my iPad horribly. I just really hope that I liked it so I can buy it because the cover is so beautiful. And then I have one more, which is Tea Dragon Festival. This looks very summery, so we shall see if this is actually like fall, because I think this readathon is kind of like fall inspired. Anyway, I'm gonna go and read this and let you guys know when I finish one of them, or when I'm really obsessed, then probably all of them. So let's go do that. I don't even think it was that much later. Right now is I have 13 hours and 39 minutes. It was like the whole series. I don't know actually if they still gonna continue it, but it is such a cute slice of life kind of book. It is following pretty much like a set of people going through their adventures, and now I think some of them are retiring and some of them are like overcoming their problems. And I feel like there could definitely be a fourth book. The illustrations, they were so beautiful. I could not stop like looking at them, and I keep like going back to see like previous illustrations. It's definitely the kind of like illustrations there's just so cozy, and it's definitely like a slice of life kind of storyline. But pretty much like this whole thing is about like tea dragons, and tea dragons are like small dragons that grow like tea leaves on their body slash back, I think. So you can harvest them, and then you can make like this like amazing tea pretty much. But pretty much that's the tea dragons are not like the center of the story. It's more like the people surrounding it and like the story about them and like what makes them in a way. The side characters, that makes everything so much better because they're so cute. Let me go back to the Kiss Curse, okay? Because I think it's long enough and I think I've processed it long enough. I'm not sure. But this is the second book in the Graves Glen series. This story follows Gwyn and Wells, or Guinevere and Llewellyn. I really don't know how to say it, but it is a cute story. But I think, like, if you compare it with all three in the series, I think my favorite is still the Ex Hex. I think it's because of how cozy the first time I find like Graves Glen is. It was like in a different haunted castle, I think, if I'm not like mansion, and they got transported anyway. But pretty much with this, I think the third act breakup, it was not really a third act breakup. It's more like a third act conflict. It was good. It makes sense to the plot. It was not stupid or anything like that, like most third act conflict. Like the story goes by so fast because it is so short, and I think it's not necessarily enemies to lovers. It's more like, I don't like my first impression of you, to lovers kind of thing. So it's definitely not enemies to lovers. It's not even rivals to lovers. It's a little bit, because they ended up being like work rivals in a way. Yeah, it's definitely a cozy book. I would definitely recommend if you guys just want to experience more of Graves Glen. Now is the task of picking the next book, which I still don't know what I want to pick up. From our TBR, we have, I think I've had enough so far of like graphic novels and just like finishing that quickly. It doesn't even feel like I'm finishing a book because it was so short. It didn't take me that long to finish 3 books. Yeah, but either way, there's still books, and I will definitely count it. But for the rest of our TBR that I set Garlic and the Vampire, but I think either I'm gonna read this some other time, or I will just not read it this time. I've read it 2 years ago, really enjoyed it. I think I still kind of remember what happens. It's just like, it's a very cozy read, and the illustration's so cute. But yeah, anyway. The thing is, I have Rewitch. I don't know anything about this book. It could be very X-Hex, the Kiss Curse kind of vibe, which I don't want to read the same-ish book with just different characters again, I think. And then this I have is A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. I mean, I think the title already explains like the plot story, which could be interesting, and it's quite a thick book, honestly. I think I really want to get into like something thicker, which is unusual for me. But the thing is, if I want to go into something thicker, I could definitely pick up Mistress of Lies, because I think I also have the second book on my Kindle. So I could definitely do that. But maybe before jumping into this, I should jump into something cozy one last time. I could also read a new release. I could read People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. I saw it in the bookstore today. It was so pretty. I almost got it, but I'm in a book buying ban. I'm not gonna buy it. Also, another book that I saw that came out today was Wildcard by Elsie Silver. I know it's not cozy or anything at all. I'm not in a reading slump, but I do want a little bit of a genre change. Yeah, it's time to pick this one up and stop procrastinating. So let's go do exactly that. Also, guys, another thing, I got this book secondhand, and someone annotated it. I think they're trying to learn English, and they trying to annotate like what word they don't understand. So it's kind of interesting to see and read it. Honestly, I have read I'm now on chapter 3/page 32. I think I'm gonna put the book down for a sec. It does feel like I'm reading the Kiss Curse mixed with Belladonna series, because the name of our main character is Belladonna Blackthorn. I think it's called Thorn Grove, but it's just something about it gives me belladonna vibes, which I thoroughly loved, but also it's too close that I feel like if I force myself to continue reading this, I will get a slump. Honestly, the pages that I did read was very interesting and very cozy and very like perfect for Elsie Silver. It came out a few days ago, and I think I want to read a contemporary romance that has no witches, no anything witchy, so to say. As if for now. I am not DNFing the book. Definitely after Wildcard, I want to pick it back up because I am actually really intrigued in everything that is going to happen. I will pick up my Kindle because I have it on the Kindle. I will read it and update you whenever I have a sizable update to give you. Right now, I'm at 15 hours 10 minutes, and I am 21% into Wild Card, which is page 87. And honestly, before going into this book, I was pretty nervous with how I'm gonna like the trope, I guess, because the trope is son's ex-girlfriend or son's girlfriend or something, age gap son's girlfriend trope. I don't know what the actual trope name is, but that's what's happening. And the thing is, before getting into it, I was very skeptical because I was like, okay, maybe that's like too much, right? And then I read 21% of it, and I think it was actually okay. Because, so this is like the premise of the story. Bash and Gwen, that's our two main characters. Bash just found out that he has a son that he was not involved in. So pretty much he got someone pregnant whenever he was 15, and he just found out this week, right? And then he got stuck in this airport because there was a snowstorm. And then he met this girl called Gwen, and Gwen was like super friendly towards him and super like fun, I guess. And then he instantly was super interested in her, and he got her number, texted her, but got ghosted, right? And then a few months later, I think it's like almost a year later, he went to his son, practically a stranger's like birthday party, and then saw that his son's girlfriend is Gwen. And so, initial thoughts on the plot, it is actually much better than I thought it'd be. It was kind of strange knowing that the trope is like your son's ex-girlfriend or your son's girlfriend. I think your son's girlfriend is the trope name. Yeah, it was just a little bit weird, and I was like a bit nervous getting into it. Anyway, gonna stop rambling, gonna start reading. Let's go to it. If I look rough, it is because I am tired. But I am currently on page 232 or chapter 27 or 60% in. Timer wise, I am almost at 17 hours, which means we have 7 hours to go tomorrow. Right now is 12:35. I think that's enough reading for me for the day. I will go to bed and I will update you probably tomorrow morning. Good morning, everybody. It is the next day. It is currently almost 12 in the afternoon. I woke up a little bit ago. We're at 18 hours, and I have come here to update you that I finished Wildcard, and I liked it. I really liked it. I don't know what the rating would be. I really want to pick this one up, but I saw a video somewhere saying that the spine doesn't match because it was like misprinted like in a batch. So I do want to go to the bookstore to check that. If it is true, then we are not buying it. But if it's true, maybe we are buying it. But I'm also in a book buying ban, so I don't think I will be doing that. But yeah, 18 hours means we have 6 hours to go. I am about to get ready and we're gonna go to the library. I want to say pretty soonish. Although I am such in a high from finishing such a good book. It is not a 6-star read, and it is not a 5-star. And I think it's more like 4.5 I think it's more 4 stars. But I still have to dwell on that. But I think today we're gonna try and read Rewitched. But I will bring Mistress of Lies with me, and I will bring my Kindle with me because I have other books there that I might want to read. Like, for example, I was thinking of reading Dire Bound, but honestly, I'm kind of excited just for this readathon to be over because, oh my gosh, it is not easy. Because I know, like, typical 24-hour readathon, it is not possible for you to read every single second of it. Meanwhile, with a timer, it's definitely like almost every single second of it. Like, more accurate, let's just say it like that. But I think I'm gonna take a break for 1 hour, do a little bit of work, editing, whatever it is I need to do. And then we can go to the bookstore. The bookstore? No, to the library. That's it from me right now. And I will obviously continue updating you when there is more updates. I am now at 21 hours 57 minutes in, and I have just finished Rewitch. So I have like 2 hours left. Before we talk about what we're gonna read next, I just wanna talk a little bit about Rewitched because I don't think I gave you any initial update in what it's about. We're pretty much following our main character Belladonna Blackthorn. She pretty much turned 30, and then she had this like trial kind of thing to see whether she has used her magic enough, and then if yes, then should be a fully fledged witch, or if she has not used it enough or like not worthy enough of her power, she'll be stripped of her powers, right? But I think honestly, I feel like books like this, I should not have bought it before I read it because I think if I were to read this on my Kindle, it would probably be a DNF. The thing is, it started off so slow and then it got better once we were in the court and we like know what the main plot of the book is. And then it was so unbelievably just like, I wouldn't say boring because things are happening, but it's just so like nothing really is happening. I had hoped that this would be like a really cozy, witchy, bookstore somehow related book, which it is quite cozy. Like whenever we were in Lunar Books, which is like the bookstore that she works at, it is very cozy, it is very like inviting. But I just feel like everything is way too rushed at like some points, but at the same time it was also very like bizarre. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the pacing is quite odd. I really did not like the pacing. I don't know if I like our main character Belle either. I feel like Belle is so, she was not taking this seriously really, which she is, but it just, I don't know, just the way it reads, I guess, like her thoughts and her feelings and everything. The one thing that this book does, though, is that it makes me want to work in a bookshop. Like, no joke, because I feel like it would be such a cozy thing to do. But I don't know. I don't know. I really want to love this, but I think I don't know. I don't want to give it 3 star because I feel like 3 stars are way too high. Personally, for me, I did not connect with anyone. And also, another thing, the romance subplot. I don't even think it's a subplot at all because, first of all, we met him in the beginning of the book, yes. So that means like it's months back or whatever it is, but it's like exactly a month until, not even like a month until he said, like, oh, but you are so important in my life and I would do anything for you. And I'm like, bro, chillax or something, because you just met this girl like, what, 3 weeks ago? No, 2 weeks ago. They haven't even talked properly at all. They talked like once on the way back home because he wanted to like walk her home because he is like her protector, so to say. And that's it. And all of a sudden she was like, oh, I should not be attracted to the guy that I don't like. Hello, Belle? Like, first of all, why do you not like him? Right? Because there's nothing that he did that makes you hate him like that, first of all. And then out of nowhere, she is so infatuated by him. So, yeah, the verdict is, I think if I were to read this on the Kindle or listen to it, I would probably DNF it. Sad to say. Now we are back to our first dilemma, which is what to read next. I really don't know what to read next because I feel like I'm done with witchy romance at the moment, or like witchy cozy book. I need something a little bit more thrilling, a little bit more like. The thing is, I've been thinking about this book. I went to the library today to actually look for the book, but they don't have it in stock. It's I think it's called 11/22/63 by Stephen King. Because one of my goals of the year is to read a Stephen King's novel because I've never read anything by him. So I thought, you know what? So many people have talked about this book and they said it's the best book they've ever read ever. And after Rewitch, I need something that could like the thing is, I don't know if I want to get into that. We shall check my Kindle whether I have any books that I could read that is like a completely different genre change. The thing is, I'm actually intrigued in picking up like a thriller of some sort, like Frida McFadden kind of style, because I need like a full on genre change. Like, I think even contemporary romance would be fine because my palate cleanser has always been romance books. Okay, I'll go look through my Kindle for a sec. And at any rate, we have 2 hours, so don't think I will be finishing any book unless I start like a novella of some sort. But I don't know if I have any novellas I would like to read at this very moment. I will regroup. I will come back. It's probably gonna be the next clip for you, but I'm gonna I'm gonna ponder and see what I will read. I have pondered for quite a bit, and instead I just asked Patrick what I'm gonna read next. And the option was cowboy romance or sports romance. So it'll be sports romance because Patrick said so. In the last 2 hours, we're gonna salvage our mood from Rewitched and hope that this would be like an easy read. Face Off by Chelsea Curdo. Wish me luck. Hopefully this book doesn't send me into a reading slump. But I don't think so though. It's a full-on genre change, so I think it'll be good. So, I read the first 20 pages of Face Off. Guys, I am struggling. I don't know what to read. Should I read Iron Flame? Okay. Maybe let's go read Iron Flame. I will commit. I'm gonna pick up Iron Flame. So it is honestly not that late. It is almost 11. How do I show you? It is currently 22:46, so like 15 to 11. Honestly, not that late at all. I just finally finished the 24-hour readathon. Was it rough? It was very rough this time. I started Iron Flame. Honestly, it was not a disappointment at all. Honestly, I'm not that far in. I'm 94 pages in. Usually I read much faster, but I think it's because my eyes are so tired from reading so much in the past 3 days. But honestly, I had the best fun reading so many books. I don't know if I should gather all the books. 1 second. So I finished 4 books and 3 graphic novels. Honestly, kind of crazy because technically I read like 7 books, which is crazy. And I don't think it was even a fourth of Fourth Wing. Fourth Wing, Iron Flame. I'm not sure how long Iron Flame is, but from what you guys could see, it's pretty long. And I think I'm like 100 pages in. Not that far at all. But we started off with a Foxglove. Absolutely adored it. And then we read Wisteria. Also really good. Such a good ending for like the series. I think she is releasing another book, like a holiday novella, I think, this year. So I'm excited for that. And then I finally finished the Graves Glen series. I do want to check out if Erin Sterling has any other books planned for the future. But really enjoyed this one. And then we moved on to the 3 graphic novels. It was good. It was very cozy. It was very interesting. But would I reread? Probably not. That is that. And then I read Rewitched, which I'm so sad to say that it was really quite a disappointment. But would I read the second book, which is Uncharmed? I don't think it's following the same character, but it's in the same world. Maybe. I think so. And then I started Face Off by Chelsea Curto. Spent like, I don't know, 20 minutes reading that book. And now I am reading Iron Flame, which honestly so far really good. I'm gonna read this over the next few days, and honestly I'm just so glad that I'm done with this readathon. It was definitely a lot of reading, and I spent the past 3 days doing bookish things, which was very fun. I do want to make a habit of doing more readathons. I think I would love to do quarterly readathon, like every season 1 readathon kind of thing. So we shall see. But yeah, honestly pretty proud in what I've accomplished in the past 3 days. But either way, we did it in 3 days, which is quite crazy. And it's just so satisfying to see the timer turns 24. Oh, it was good. I need to put a screenshot to that. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go clean my place a little bit. I'm gonna stop reading though for the night because I have abandoned upkeeping my place for the past 3 days because all I've been thinking about is reading. But I did read a lot of my physical TBR, which honestly kind of proud of myself. But yeah, now I'm gonna ponder. Now I think I'm gonna insert a footage of me tomorrow fully finishing the spread that I envision for this challenge, because I love a good journaling session time. I will journal tomorrow though, not tonight. I'm so tired. We'll insert the clip. So yeah, I know this is me before the journaling session. I really hope that I like the journal spread that I did. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me in the past 3 days where I just do all sorts of things, bookish things, redecorating a little bit for fall. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I think this video is probably gonna be super long already. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, whether it's night, day, morning, and whatever day it is. And I will catch you on my next one. Goodbye.